do good for others, it will come back in unexpected ways. But I think this is a quote that could be valid for every one of us. It will be helpful, though, to interpret it in a more practical way. How can we do good for others at work, in our personal life, in general?
Um, I think that there are several ways to look at it, right? So, one thing is to do good simply, right, in your life. That means do the best you can, for example, in your professional life. And another way to see it is do good for others, right? So, there are two ways to think about it. Now, as for the first, I'm saying all the time that um, doing good, that means the best you can, um, ensures, I mean, as much as we can ensures professional reputation, right? So that is for me essential, and there's no, how to say that, no questioning on that, right? You have to do your best. Now, if you can't do more than that, you will be, how to say, pardoned, or you will get mercy, but do your best, right? So this is one. And that's why, for example, whenever I have a client who moves to another position, my principle is leave your house in order, right? That means whenever you leave the present job, the present files, all the responsibilities and duties you have at the best possible shape before you leave, right? In this way, whoever come after you will increase your reputation in theory, right? Whilst obviously the country might be or would be very unproductive and very how to say, disappointing for the rest of your career. So this is what I would say. It's again sine qua non condition, and a behavior that uh, I would say there's no discussion about. Do your best every single time. Your reputation will certainly be consolidated through and preserved, because obviously, even more so today when we live in a global village, the village will know about you, right? So that's one thing. Now, the second thing is do good for others, right? Do good to others. Do what you can to help. And here, obviously, again, I would say yes. And why? Because nowadays, the reality, let's call it like this, right, is so complicated, so complex, that we need to work with others in order to solve it, in order to make it work, even in order to have success in our professional life. And that means that by doing good to others, you kind of create a positive dynamic in the workplace, first of all, or not necessarily with your colleagues, but could be with your counterparts, with your stakeholders, whoever is there out there, with your clients, right? And this positive dynamic certainly will bring positive vibes or attitudes or relationship, or will build a relationship. So, and the principle, and that's why I would like to close my presentation with that, the principle is that the reality is too complex to handle by yourself. So it's not only that you do good like for your good karma or dharma, but you do good because this is the only way that at the end of the day, your how to say, successes or achievements will depend on the others anyway, because you are just part of a big team who has to deliver. So by doing good to others, at the end of the day, you do good for the team, and then you could do in an indirect manner for yourself. So my response is yes, do good and then do good for others.